So two of the biggest names in the sport. Taufik Hidayat, former world and Olympic champion, up against the four-time European champion, Peter Gade.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Peter Gade, Denmark.
56 major international titles between them. This should be good.
I've been looking forward to this one. These are two of my favourite players, and this has been one of the great rivalries over the last 10 years. Both of them great technicians. We'll see lots of variety of shots, lots of holds, deceptions. This should be good.
Now, last year these two met each other 3 times, and it was the Indonesian that won on all 3 occasions. And last time that Peter Gade had a victory over Hidayat was in the final of the French Open in 2008. 3 tough games it was as well. It was a wonderful match. Two players that are real artists of the game. Beautiful to watch, both of them.
Absolutely. Any young players looking for technical tips, this is the match to watch. They've both got super techniques. Particularly, I think in this match we'll see a little bit of a fight. It'll be quite cagey to start with, but I think when it settles down, it'll be who can get control of the net and get control of the front court to win the time in the rear court to use the attack.
They're not struggling to find their form from the onset of this match, are they? Both of them already. Wonderful shot production, good rallies. Yeah, that's clever. The body smash. So often in singles we think of the smashes always going down the side of the court, but so often it's very clever just to mix it up and play the body smash.
Yeah, we've got two of the great tacticians of the game here, both with bags of experience, lots of titles behind them, and we'll see lots and lots of variety like that. The centre attack, the sudden shock attack down the line. There'll be a lot of variety in this match.
Well, when I was watching the matches yesterday, I thought Peter Gade, when he was playing against Simon Santosa, I thought he was having real problems using his known angled smashes. Very, very famous for creating wonderful angles, but I thought he was having real problems actually putting the shuttle on the floor.
Yeah, it's a difficult match for Peter, that matchup. He's had problems with Simon Santosa before, and I would imagine he was a little bit nervous. I think he will have taken confidence from getting through that match in 2 sets and will probably feel better today. But it's not the easiest hall to attack in. It's not a hall where you can attack flat out the whole time.
Just long of the back line, wonderful spinning net shot from Taufik Hidayat. Can you just elaborate on that point for us? I mean, why should it make a difference in the arena as to why it's difficult to smash?
There's a lot of things that go into that calculation. There's the temperature of the hall, but the height of the hall and the circulation of the air in the hall all has an effect. And the players will tell you that on the Super Series circuit, this is one of the slower halls. So in these conditions, you'll see these two players not going for the flat-out attack. They'll use a lot of variety, a lot of changes of pace and angle.
4.
It's control at the front, isn't it? So much in men's singles. I mean, everybody talks about explosive power and big smashes of players like Lin Dan and Lee Chong Wei, the Malaysian. But actually, I think the most important shot in men's singles is the net shot. Controls the rally, sets up the rally. There's the short lift, the opportunity for the winner.
Good commentating, good example. Got it right. Absolutely right. If you can get early on the net and get that early spinning net shot in, it gives you more time in the rear court after the lift. You've got time to get into position and choose where you want to attack. And that's what both these players will be looking to do, to get themselves into a position where they can take the shuttle very early at the front of the court to win that attacking time.
The lift was short again, and a golden opportunity
6.
for the Indonesian. Certainly in the Jakarta Post in this last week, I've been reading a lot of articles about Taufik Hidayat and his preparations for this All England. It riles him that it's a title he's never won. The tradition of this tournament, can't emphasise it enough. It is to badminton what Wimbledon is to tennis. It is so important. And of course, he was saying he's never won this title, twice a beaten finalist, and he's very, very anxious to win it this year. But that, of course, he's putting pressure on himself saying that.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy with enormous pride, and the last couple of years he's had his problems with his federation. He's gone independent, he's got his own coach and his own manager now, and he seems a lot more at ease with himself. I was chatting with him in the hotel last night, and I haven't seen him this motivated and this keen for a long time. He really looks as though he's enjoying it again, and that's dangerous for the other players.
Yeah, we forget that he's only 28 years of age. He seems to have been around for such a long time. Youngest ever winner of a major Grand Prix tournament when he won the Brunei Open as a 16-year-old in 1998, Taufik Hidayat. Oh, extraordinary, isn't it?
Serves over.
Precision.
These are two of the best net players in the world. I mean, that's a super shot from Peter. He was even a little bit off net there and managed to find the tape there. That's, and you see the turn on the shuttle there. That's a great angle to see the precision of that shot.
Just seem to try and force that a little too much.
9.
Just a little bit, but there in that rally, we also see another aspect that's sometimes overlooked in men's singles: the agility and defence, the ability to get down so quickly to the sides and then get back into position to find your way back into the rally. That's super play from Peter there in defence.
And that's an even better smash from Taufik Hidayat.
Serves over.
Power and
8,
placement,
9.
real lethal combination.
And again, he got the early net shot in. Peter forced to lift, and that's Taufik at his best.
Oh, that's glorious. Absolutely delightful.
We've seen the best of both players in the last two rallies.
8.
Clean winners at this level are not so common, and there we've seen two super shots.
Great defence, that's exactly what you were talking about.
11-8.
Defensive play. getting out wide to his forehand side and just blocking the shuttle cross court. That is wonderful from the Dane. And it means that Peter Gade goes to the mid-game interval with a 3-point advantage.
Vi vil gerne have flere svippere med, og gerne 2 svippere i træk. De bider på, om han kommer ned, så holder han den ned, og så bare langt frem på den og giver ham den lange løbetur. Ja. Ellers spiller du planen helt perfekt. Lige husk at komme 4 med en gang
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds.
And of course, the fact that Taufik Hidayat, now independent of PBSI, the National Association, Badminton Association in Indonesia. Well, the official coaching staff not coming on to court, but he's rightly saying his own coaching team. Oh my goodness. It's a magician.
One of the reasons why Taufik's so popular around the world. That's just an incredible shot. There, just the hold. We're going to see the hold. Peter committed, bang. Completely sent Peter completely the wrong way.
Well, we'll talk about all the records that both these players hold, but Taufik Hidayat, the most astonishing record, I think, is the fact that he's never won a Super Series title.
That's an incredible statistic. That's one I find very hard to understand.
4 times he's reached the final, but he's never actually, in a Super Series event, won a Super Series title. The Super Series, of course, came into existence in 2007. 12 tournaments each year, the Super Series, and of course the All England, event number 3 on the 12 tournament tour.
These two players, having been around the game so long at such a high level, I'm sure both of them understand the importance of the 100th All England, and I'm sure it's been in both of their minds what an honour it would be to have their name on that 100th event. And I'm sure both of them have done a little bit extra in preparation for this event. They both understand the history of the game very well.
Yes, Peter Gade has often talked about that. He's actually playing in his 13th All England Championship. 7th time he's been in the quarter-final this year. Talked about the tradition. And of course, Denmark have a very good record in the All England Championships. Erling Kops, of course, multiple winner. 7 times winner, I think, of the All England Championship. Morten Frost reached the final 8 consecutive years, winning 4 of them. Paul-Erik Hoyer, a couple of times he won.
One in the middle for Ib Fredriksson as well, often forgot, but also another good championships.
What a well-constructed rally.
13-10.
Forced to play the high backhand, although Taufik Hidayat often quite happy to play the high backhand. He's got such wonderful timing on that shot. Timing and technique, and he makes it look so easy, and just a little flick of the racket and then the shuttle goes whizzing to the back of the court. Oh my goodness. Talk about fast onto the net.
14-10.
And there we see the tactical side of the game. I mean, Peter knows he's got 3 or 4 points up. He knows Taufik's answers probably to look for the net. And there he's anticipated that reply very, very well.
It's going to go wide, yep. Pushing the Dane to his backhand side, and then fast deep into his forehand corner. And then the final smash down the Dane's backhand side once more. It's that twisting and turning. It's not just movement back and front on court. It's always having to twist and turn. what can you say? That's just magnificent. I know the lift was short from the day.
14.
Good tight net shot from the Indonesian, but look at this. Look how calm he is. Beautiful deception.
Interesting, Taufik trying to increase the pace a little bit, force Peter away from the net.
15,
Just missing a bit of touch at the end of the long rally there.
It's quite remarkable that Peter Gade is still so fit, so agile, so fast round the court at the age of 33, but he's never really had too many injury problems. Of course, that'll be the kiss of death, but I do remember him having knee surgery back in 2002.
Service over. 13, 15.
From a very early age, Peter's always been so professional. He was, I remember him as a 15, 16-year-old with the maturity of a 20-year-old. He was always very clear on what he wanted to do, what he wanted to achieve, and he's always looking for an edge. He's always willing to talk to different people, look for different ideas that he can apply. He's been a tremendous professional and a great example for our sport, a great ambassador for badminton.
14, 15.
Line.
15 all. Swipe the
Yeah,
call,
just
please.
inside the back line, in fact.
Peter.
Both players being allowed by the umpire just to go to the side and towel down while the court is mopped of the perspiration. And it's interesting what you were saying, both, I mean, of course, great ambassadors to the sport, but also both of them enjoying success early on. Both of them became #1 player in the world by the age of 20. You know, and I look at players now and the development and talking about up-and-coming players in the UK and so on, and saying, well, we've got some youngsters. The remarkable thing about the great players is the success they achieve so early on at such a young age. I mean, we've got some very good men's singles players in England yet to break through into the real top of world badminton. But in comparison to 20-year-olds becoming world #1, I don't know what it is, whether it's sheer belief. You talked about the preparation, knowing what they wanted to do.
I think there's also a cultural
16,
element, though, because
15.
these two players have, you know, they're following on previous decades where their own countries have had great players who've won everything.
Very good point.
And, you know, Peter, you've just named a lot of Danish players. Well, it's quite easy with Hartono and Louis Pongo and Hendra Wan. I mean, Taufik, Arby, fantastic players. And, you know, both of them would have grown up looking at players from their own environments winning these major championships, and that makes a big difference.
Good net exchange.
Service over. 16 all.
All the Indonesian really had to do was get that over and in, because having played the cross-court drop shot when he was off balance, Peter Gade would have struggled to get to the net in time.
I think both of them just feel they know each other so well that even when they've got a bit of time, they're thinking, no, I've got to play with a low margin. I need to hit the tape to win this rally. That's the level of this match. It's a fantastic match. The rallies are of great quality.
Nice smash.
17-16.
The net shot, return of serve was just brilliant.
That's over, 17 all.
I still feel that's where this match is going to be won and lost. The player that can get in, win control of the net is going to have the first chance on the attack, and that's going to be key in this match. And we're going to see a few mistakes around the net because the margins are very, very small. They both feel as though they've got to play so tight because they know their opponents are so strong there.
Service over. 18.
Using the jump smash to gain extra angle. Right to go for it.
19-18.
Yes, that's his character. He has to go for that. It's he played a super rally and the chance comes up. If he plays net there, Peter lifts out and he has to start again from the rear court. That was an opportunity. It was difficult, but it was an opportunity he had to go for.
Almost like a doubles exchange, flat, fast exchanges, neither player willing to give away the lift because they know their opponents are so good in attacking play.
And both of them are so experienced in these situations at the end, 19 all. They've been there so many times. The tempo's gone up. The last two rallies, the tempo's going up. Both of them are looking for weaknesses. This is a really interesting match.
Well, Taufik, Hidayat.
Service over. 20. Game point.
Well, quite frankly, if he
19.
hadn't gone for the kill of that net shot, because the shuttle here tumbling, he wouldn't have been able to lift it anyway. And there, a little clenched fist from Peter Gade, because now he's on game point. Saved, isn't it?
It's so accurate under pressure. He's moved back at pace. He's played the net shot.
Service over.
Great
20.
pace and agility to get behind the shuttle and fantastic precision. That's a great play.
20 all. Once again, extra points required in a quarter-final encounter. Going to be a clear 2-point winning margin. He left that, did Peter Gade. Thought it was going to go long of the back line. But it's called good.
21-20.
Gade looking up to the giant screen in the National Indoor Arena here,
Peter.
waiting for the replay. What a good call by the line judge. That is perfection.
Good call, very good call. People forget that these linesmen are under pressure as well. 20 all quarter-final of the All England. That's a very good concentration from the linesman.
So now, having saved a game point, now Taufik Hidayat has a game point of his own. And this time he converts. It's the Indonesian, former world and Olympic champion, Taufik Hidayat,
22.
who closes out the opening game 22-20. Well, game point down, kept his nerve, and in 25 minutes has taken the opening game 22-20. The Indonesian, not too many confusing tactics, just a quick word from his coach. That is something I've also noticed with Lee Chong Wei, world #1 player from Malaysia. His coach, Misbah Sidek, only has a very, very short word with him before leaving him to just compute that information and get himself settled, ready for the second game.
I think as a coach it's really important not to give too much information in the coaching breaks. As you're walking on there, you've got to select 1 or 2 points that you think can make the difference and concentrate on those and not give too much information.
Very, very good advice. Don't confuse it, keep it simple. A couple of positive things to work towards.
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds.
Couldn't help but think in that 2-minute interval, Ian, that Peter Gade was looking really agitated with himself. He looked as if he was livid that he had not converted that game point opportunity. He seemed to be prowling back and forth as his coach was talking to him. Do you think he's surely too experienced to have let that unsettle him?
Yeah, I don't think it will have unsettled him, but Peter over the years is someone he's his own biggest critic. He puts himself under pressure, he's a perfectionist, and that's a similar situation. He feels he should have won the first set, he's disappointed with it, he's frustrated, and we've seen that before.
Nicely done. But he is the sort of player, even though he is his own biggest critic, that will use that frustration and that anger to his own advantage.
Oh, of course, he'll be very positive at the start of this second set. He won't be letting this one go easy, and he's probably got the better end for his game, I would suggest. Taufik won't be able to play the faster drives from this end because the shuttle will fly just a little bit quicker. So Taufik will have to make more of an adjustment than Peter probably in this second set.
He's been to 3 Olympic Games, says Peter Gade. Every single Olympics he's played, he's lost to the player that's gone on to take the gold medal. But never a medalist himself in Olympic Games.
3-1.
I remember the Sydney one very well. He was totally devastated after losing the semi-final, and to come back the next morning was just really too much for him. He obviously a much younger player then, but completely devastated, and that playoff match is absolutely brutal, as you were saying early on. It's very, very tough mentally to come out having lost an Olympic semi-final to compete the following day.
Push that long. Now, I have to say, These are worrying times for Danish fans. Gade has got to be careful here.
Well, as you say, there's a little bit of history as well. There's got to be a little bit of doubt in his mind, having lost the last 3 times to Taufik and losing that tight first set. There'll be a lot of questions in his mind at the moment.
Yes, clever play by the Indonesian. But these early stages are critical.
6-1.
If the Indonesian gets too far in front, because I do think the Indonesian is a very good front runner. Once he's in control, he gets better and better. And in total contrast, I've seen when players have got on top of the Indonesian, he's almost lost his interest in the match.
Yeah, having coached against him a couple of times, once you let him get away, he relaxes, he controls the game, he minimises the amount of effort he's putting in, plays with slightly bigger margins, and you're under a lot of pressure to actually go out and take points away from him. He does control games very well from the front.
Good angle. Needed that though, did Peter Gade.
Service over. 2-7.
.249. That's about 155 miles per hour. Not the fastest smash in the match so far. Time and time again. That wonderful net play.
7.
Setting up the rally, forcing the error or forcing the short lift. And Lars Uart looking a concerned man right now. Missed it.
Quite interesting that it's Lars in the chair and not Kenneth Jonasson for this one. Kenneth being slightly more of a recognised single specialist and also having a lot of experience of playing with and against both of these players.
Do you think that's because Kenneth Jonasson, of course, was a teammate of Peter Gade? They were training partners, they were great friends off court as well. And perhaps it's a little bit difficult then to go into the coaching role with a player that you've been in a team with.
Possibly, yes, but I would say that Kenneth's got great experience and he's a great thinker on the game, Kenneth. He's always been a deep thinker on badminton. He was a little bit of a late developer, did a lot of the early work himself, developed himself in his early 20s and came through a little bit later, really with his own style of play, developed his own style of play.
Net cord on the net shots, making it so difficult for the Indonesians to control a reply.
There we see the effect of the hands a little bit. That's the same shot from Taufik in the first game, would have probably been okay.
Missed it. Just wide. I'm looking straight down that line.
6-9.
And the Danes certainly needed this. Needs to close the margin before the mid-game interval. Get within striking distance. Superb. Perhaps wrong choice of shot from Peter Gade to play the cross-court clear.
10-6.
Yeah, I think Peter's got to take 1 or 2 chances there. Where he's got Taufik deeper in the court, he needs to use the net a little bit more. 2 times to rear court there wasn't possibly the best choice for him.
Goodness me, made that look simple. That wasn't simple at all.
But much better use of the forecourt. Held Taufik, got him deep in the rear court and then used the forecourt space. Very intelligent play.
goodness. That's a bad misjudgment from the Dane. And that bad misjudgment does mean that Taufik Hidayat goes to the mid-game interval with a 4-point advantage. Way. So certainly if you were the Danish coach right now, what would you be saying? To mix it up a bit more, or?
Yeah, I mean, from this end, he can actually use the rear court a little bit more. He can be a little bit aggressive, play slightly quicker holds and hold the shuttle a little bit, push it quicker into the rear court corners to try and create some space in the forecourt to get control of the net. But as we say, Taufik's a good front runner, so it's going to be tough now.
Now that's interesting to me because it's relatively easy, even the number of winning shots towards the backhand or forehand. Obviously, both of them don't think there's a particular weakness either side and are mixing it up tremendously.
11-7.
I think it's as we said at the beginning of the match, that they've both got such great variety of shot that stat doesn't surprise me at all.
Service over, 8-11.
Missed it.
9-11.
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? Deception. Clever, thoughtful play.
9.
It's the last moment, and he just, little flick of the racket head, just sent it to the back corner. Well, we're seeing the full range repertoire of shots.
That's a great shot. That's a super shot. Little reverse slice. There. Racket goes to the right, shuttle goes to the left. Taufik stranded in the middle.
And that could prove to be a costly miss.
11-12.
Coaching break didn't come at a good time for Taufik. He's just lost a little bit of his intensity since the coaching break, and Peter's right back in this.
And that shows the character of the man. Very next rally comes out and isn't afraid to go forward and play a similar shot to the one he made an error on, this time making the winner. Now, you were talking about the margins of success and failure. That shuttle sat on the top of the net. Had a little look as to whether it wanted to go over or not. Fell back the Danish side. Quick return of serve.
Service over. 12-14.
Pushed it wide. And Taufik playing with a good margin in that rally, making Peter play, putting the pressure on Peter to actually win the point, not giving anything away.
wonderful rally yet again.
16-12.
Had to work hard for it though. Against most opponents, he would have finished that off 3 shots earlier.
As you say, he's made 1 or 2 mistakes coming in and rushing and attacking, but that's the sign of the champion that he is, that he doesn't hesitate to go for it when it's there again.
Missed it that occasion, though.
Serve, 13-16.
Great agility from Peter. Stretched from one side of the court to the other, off balance, and still managed to get up and hit the winning shot. On his knees there, up to finish. Great agility.
Danish fans travel to a number of the major events worldwide. Lovely to see them here in Birmingham.
Really clever play again.
Service over.
Taking a little bit of pace off the attack, getting the precision.
14.
Peter forced the block, coming in. Lovely controlled net shot, which forces the mistake. Very difficult to control the shuttle when you get that effect on it. When you get the shuttle to turn, then it's very, very difficult to control the length of the lift.
Peter Gade really commanding the rally, dictating the pace.
Service over.
Hidayat just having to react to what the Dane was throwing at him. So the Dane 2 points adrift in this second game. Knee problems for many years, the Indonesian. One of the problems of the knee, I think, is so often when he lunges forward to the net, he's got his foot parallel to the net rather than facing the net, so he's putting a lot of pressure on the knee. Good attacking play. Narrowed the margin to just one solitary point. And when you think that he was 7-1 down in this second game, all was known he was a fighter. Level.
He's got himself right back into this game. This is his big effort. He's up the tempo. He's trying to force the pace of the game a little bit, and just gaining the ascendancy slightly in the last 2 or 3 rallies.
Change of shuttle required. Very much at the discretion of the players to change the shuttle when it's needed a new one. If the players disagree, of course, it's the umpire who makes the decision.
Service over. 18-17.
They both know the importance of the next rally here. This is crucial. 18 all or 19-17 is a world of difference.
Couldn't agree with you more. Psychologically, it's a huge difference, because 18 all, you really believe it's possible.
And clever play from Peter, just pushing the block a little bit deeper. Taufik just losing his length there with that drop.
That's short. Well, needed 2 attempts, but he got it through in the end.
Super net shot again, setting it up. Very, very good play. Looks very sharp at the moment. Footwork looks good. Moving very quickly.
18.
It's going to be very interesting.
Two points away from taking this second game. My goodness, the crowd would love to see a third and deciding game. Well, 1 point away from indeed doing that. 2 game points to Peter Gade.
20, game point, 18.
Good smash from the Indonesian.
Service over.
One of the game points saved.
19-20.
At this stage of the game, skating, taking a special shot to win each rally. It's got to be a net cord on the tape, or it's got to be a smash right on the line. It's very, very high quality.
Again, well, the courage to dictate the pace, go for his shots, and Hidayat has saved 2 game points. As with the opening game, it's 20 all and extra points required. Third game point opportunity now.
21-20.
Gade. Big high serve. He's done it. Would you believe it?
Great change of tactics there, throwing the high serve in. Prepared to defend, good agility in defence. This is a great match now.
20.
Absolutely superb. I thought at 1-7 down he was in all sorts of trouble, but my goodness, hasn't he stuck to his resolve. Peter Gade has stolen that second game by the same margin as the first. It's 1 game all. Third game coming up.
Igen. Ja, lige præcis. Han rykker ikke fremad, fordi du har løftet på så meget.
I guess the only question mark is how much it's taken out of him physically and emotionally.
Så selvom han spiller godt i 3 point, altså så lad være at gå i panik, fordi
only 1 high serve from the Indonesian.
Og så bare
Obviously very, very wary of the attacking play of the Dane, wanting to keep the shuttle low from the onset of the rally. You wouldn't guess he was 33 years of age, would you?
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds.
Well, during that interval, Ian, you and I were talking about the fact that, well, quite frankly, how much has that taken out of Peter Gade, both emotionally and physically, to come back from that 1-7 deficit and steal that second game.
Certainly from 14-17 he upped the pace of the game, and how long he can sustain that, I'm not sure. It'll be really interesting to look at the first 5 or 6 points of this deciding set.
Yes, indeed, because the flip side of that, of course, is that Taufik Hidayat, if he does get down, we were talking about this in the second game, saying what a good front runner he was. Well, he didn't prove us right on that occasion. But, you know, I think that if he gets down in a game, sometimes he can lose his concentration. But this is a title he so desperately wants. I'd be surprised if he doesn't keep his focus all the way through.
Yeah, I'm not sure that the deciding factor is going to be physical here. I think it's going to be mental.
Yeah. Both
of them really, really desperate to win this match. And I think it's going to come down to who's mentally toughest rather than who's physically toughest here.
Unbelievable rally.
2-love.
Well, whilst I totally agree that it's not going to come down to the physical aspect, I have to say that surely that rally has taken its toll physically. Long rally.
Yeah, I think this year both of them are in very, very good condition, and I can't see that there's going to be a big advantage one way or the other. They're both going to tire, that's clear, but I can't see that there's a clear advantage for one over the other.
Look at that. Another net cord.
3-love.
That would have been an interesting statistic, how many net cord winners in this match, because there's been a lot.
Took that a little bit late, did Peter Gade. Let the shuttle drop too much instead of reaching up high for it. Good start by the Indonesian.
It's interesting, I mean, the pace has dropped in between the rallies. They're both walking around a little bit more between the points, but the intensity within the rallies themselves has not diminished at all. They're both still really, really flat out in the rallies. But here we're seeing they're just taking a little bit more time between the points.
Missed it.
Service over. 1-5.
Short. Got what it deserved.
Service over. 6-1.
So well to stay in the rally in those earlier stages.
7-1.
Well, reminiscent of the second game, 7-1 advantage for the Indonesian.
Yeah, I mean, it's really marked at the moment how much time there is in between the rallies. They're both taking time out, but they're both desperate to maintain the intensity of the rallies. There's a real battle of wills going on at the moment. It's a reflection on the intensity of this match. It's very unusual these days that the umpires let the players have breaks between the coaching breaks, but in this match I think it's absolutely justified.
Well, they have been on court for over 56 minutes. It's quite understandable that they're taking extra time in between rallies. And it's good umpiring, as you say.
Super rally again, as we see a bit of a break before it, but there's no let up during the rallies themselves. They're both pushing each other to the limit here.
"34 shots that rally." You're absolutely right. I mean, every single rally, both players realise the importance. Now, I know I said this in the opening game, but surely Gade can't afford to allow the Indonesian to get too far in front.
You know, I'm sure Lars in the coaching chair there will be saying as many points as possible before 11. Hold on, don't let the first half of this game go. Stick in there.
And psychologically, both players will be aware of how they've had a favourite end. They've done better from one end of the court. The Dane will be looking forward to getting to that far side, but as you say, with not too much of a deficit.
Yeah, all these things will be in their mind, but you made a good point a couple of points ago that very good umpiring, I think, here, because umpires now are very reluctant to give breaks, but in a match of this quality, I think Ian Spears showing good experience here to give the players a bit of extra time.
Doing something a little bit unexpected on the backhand there. Peter Gade appeared to be in trouble and yet turned that backhand. Look, he's taking it late, played the cross-court drop shot and played it to perfection. Well, as with the second game, really fighting his way back.
Yeah, just a couple of cheaper points there for him, which he really needed. But he's, as I say, I'm sure Lars in the coaching chair will be saying, keep in there, stick with him as many as you can before the turn, and you won from the other end.
All good.
fascinating match. Just when you think one's got the ascendancy, the other player drags all their experience into the game, finds a way to win 2 or 3 points. Momentum changes again. Really, really good match.
And we've been treated to an hour of it already.
This is excellent. You've got 2 of the great artists of the game here.
Well, when they want to, they're not lacking power either.
No, as I say, I don't think physical will be the key here. But Peter just trying something different, taking a little gamble. Maybe not a bad idea just to mix it up at this stage of the game.
Oh no, that's not possible, surely. What a net exchange. 3 beautiful net shots. How on earth did he control that? Look at this. Tight spinning net shot, another spinning net shot back. Over it comes, and Gade brushes it off the top of the tape. Perfectly legal, says the umpire Ian Spear. Goodness me. Well, you're right, it hasn't dropped in quality, has it?
No, absolutely not. Good umpiring again from Ian Spear there.
Yes. It's made it look so simple. Just guided the shuttle, blocked it cross court into the open space.
7-9.
No lack of commitment from either player either. No, pushed it wide.
Service over. 10-7.
Good aggression.
11-7, interval. Change ends, please.
The advantage with the Indonesian, the number 4 seed, with a 4-point advantage at the mid-game interval in this 3rd and deciding game.
Remarkably similar to the second set so far. Taufik out to an early start, 7-1 in the second set, 7-1 up in the third, and then changing it to 11-7. Nothing's finished in this game. Peter's still very much in this.
Så kan du se åbningerne kommer på ham. Så vi skal lige ind og spille skuespillet her og virkelig rive igennem på den første.
20 seconds. 2.
Always keeps moving at interval breaks. Never just stands still and listens to the coach. Keeps his muscles warm by just moving, walking back and forth.
In the second set, the first 2 or 3 points after the coaching break were really, really critical, I think. Peter managed to pull 2-3 points back immediately. So I think there'll be a lot of interest in these next 2 or 3 points.
11-7. Oh my goodness. That was wild.
Service over. 8-11.
Maybe changed his mind or didn't seem to really have got behind the shuttle.
Yeah, and it stands out in this match because there's just not been any big errors like that in this match. It's been a match of really high quality.
Well, initially the umpire...
Oh, sorry. It was out. Yes, it was out. I was going to correct it.
Yes, the line judge first of all indicated in, then changed mind immediately and said out, and the umpire just confirming to Taufik Hidayat that he would have overruled, but he believed it was out. I have to say, my instinctive reaction, yep, that's out. Good decision in the end. It's just remarkable, because he went for that same smash straight down the line, and that time it was perfect.
Yeah, no hesitation, backs himself not to make the same mistake twice.
Once again, I just can't believe the intensity of the rally. At this stage, over an hour of play, deep into the third game.
The mental side of the game here is really interesting. Both of them really building themselves up in the breaks between points to be so strong in the following point. There's no quarter being given here at all. And the next 3 or 4 points will be really, really critical.
Backhand kill. Oh, it was awfully loose.
Service over. 13-10.
Makes that backhand look so easy, doesn't he? Come on, Ian, I'm going to put you on the spot here. Who's your money on?
11-13.
I was just going to ask you that. I think this is really tough to call. Just since the break again, I think Peter's just managed to find a little bit more consistency than Taufik. But it's very, very close one to call. What I will say is neither of them's doing the other one the favour. Whoever wins this, it's going to be very tough tomorrow, because this has been a very, very intense match.
Yes, indeed. Of course, we're not sure who the winner of this quarter-final will play tomorrow, because that quarter-final has not taken place yet. Lee Chong-wei, the world #1 from Malaysia, up against the qualifier Shun Won-ho of Korea. Level.
Again, over 1 hour of play, and the intensity in these rallies is really incredible. It looks as though the momentum's just swung a little bit towards Peter, but Taufik's got so much experience, it's still too tight to call.
Good judgment. Let the shuttle go wrong with that back line.
14,
and for the first
13.
time, Peter Gade goes into the lead in this deciding game. this is absolutely superb. The mental discipline,
15,
the courage.
13.
Just the first signs of a little bit of negative body language there from Taufik. Head just went down a little bit after that rally. The last 4 or 5 points he's thrown a lot at Peter and not been able to get through.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, I'll keep quiet next time. That's incredible. These players are too good to write them off. That's an incredible shot from that position.
And it's brought to an end that run of 5 points from Gade. Just getting better and better. Peter Gade immediately indicating to the umpire that he wanted to go for a tail down after the rally. Both these players must be feeling the pace of this match, and yet they're making themselves still move quickly, get to the shuttle as early as possible. Missed it. Just long.
That could be a very, very big point there. Very big point. Taufik was just starting to look a little bit weary. The body language was starting to look a little bit negative. That might just give him something to feed off.
Yeah. It's definitely long at the back line. No question of that. Sat on the top of the
16.
net, fell back the Danish side. Indecision. It's pulled wide.
17-16.
Well, no overrule from Ian Spear. Gade once again looking to the giant screen, waiting for the replay. Very difficult to tell.
I think the key point here was the missed attack 3 points ago from Peter, which would have put him 17-14. Suddenly Taufik 17-16. He's got a bit more life about him again.
Salsava 17-all.
Oh my goodness. The Dane coming forward thinking it was going to be a net shot return of serve. And then the Indonesian just flicking it over his head. But he never gave up on it. But it was a lost cause. Well, Taufik Hidayat looking back down towards that back line. Perhaps indecision, perhaps saying to himself, I wonder if I should have left it. Would it have gone long? Yeah, there was hesitation, definitely. There's the little look back. Says to himself, yeah, that was going to go out. To come forward, take the chance. The court will need to be mopped. As Peter Gade is diving across court there.
18.
Both of them wanting time here. I think they both know this is absolutely critical now. 19 all or 18-20 is a huge difference.
1 hour, 16 minutes of some of the best badminton I think we've ever seen. Absolutely wonderful.
The mistakes have stood out because there's just not been that many mistakes. Each rally's been so interesting. Great tactical battle, lots of variety, deception. We've had it all in this match.
Look at the reaction from Gade, urging himself on.
19 all.
1 game all, 19 all in the decider. Big high serve again. It's going to go wide. Well, it didn't even make it over the net. And the Dane now on the verge of victory.
20, match point, 19.
Match point to the former champion, Peter Gade. Unbelievable. 20 all.
We should have known, really, shouldn't we? Had to be 20 all.
20.
Third set in a row. Fantastic smash, fantastic strength from Taufik there to find that shot at that moment of the game.
Extra points required in the third game, as indeed they were needed in both the first and second game. Oh, it's called good. Well, that must have been mightily close.
Service over, 21-20. Taufik. Play on. I didn't miss the shot.
I have to say,
Taufik.
my initial reaction
Play, please.
was that that was long of the back line, but it's been called good. The umpire has not overruled the line judge. Second match point for Dane. has done it. What a remarkable match. Taufik Hidayat obviously bitterly disappointed. The Danish flag is held high. Peter Gade obviously absolutely delighted. What a match. 8-1 down in this deciding game. And he's come through 22-20 in the decider every game by the margin of 22-20. The first in favour of the Indonesian. And the Dane having to come from behind. But what a match it